We're here at Wembley FC, having played Cricklewood Wanderers with a away victory, 2-1 to Clapton. Now, Stu, how do you read the game?
Yeah, it's nice to be on a pitch like this. Fair play to Wembley FC for doing this, although the white line was a bit dodgy, but half that was really good. But no, we set out as we did last few away games, nice and tight and strong, 4-1, 4-1. And we started okay, and then for whatever reason they got on top and nicked a goal. And in fairness to the lads, it was really good to see. No one put their head down, everyone just stood up, and we came back at them and got a goal just before second half, wasn't it? We went in 1-1, didn't we?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, we did.
It's been a long day. We went in 1-1,
yeah.
So for us it was really good. And we looked a better team throughout. They're second in the league. We're top and stay top. So that's a nice stat as well. And yeah, no, they played really well. But yeah, our lads were always on top. And Jack can tell you that he gave a great half-time chat as well. And the lads just listened and pushed on. So really pleased with that. 5 wins on a bounce now. And yeah, top of the league, so can't ask for more really.
Okay, Jeff, it's the 10th consecutive away league victory. Right? I bet you didn't know this. Fortress home, you keep calling it. It's Fortress away as well.
Yeah, actually Gary, and the stat guy, everyone knows Gary. He told me in the week, so I saw the stat and I was wondering, is he sure? Because obviously it just seems like we hardly ever get beat at home, but it's kind of obviously a technicality sometimes when we play at home. In the mini league it was away and stuff, so it's not a problem. But I think away from home, I think we've got a great support, I've got to say. Throughout the game, these guys are singing and supporting us, cheering us on. And I think once we start and get into games, because sometimes the trouble up here can be a bit of a nightmare. As A4 or 6, our prep obviously would love it to be better, but sometimes it takes us 10-15 minutes maybe to really get into the game. But I think once we do, we set our stall out. I think we're a very good team. Now we've got this 4-1-4-1 formation. I think when it really works and we're really setting our stall, I think not a lot of teams can deal with us. And it kind of showed the second half. I didn't think they had many ideas of how to break us down once we really stepped up and pressed them. Because maybe in the first half, maybe we showed them a bit too much respect. But I think once we started pressing them and saying, we've got the ballers and we can play as well, I think we really showed what we can do.
Yeah. Their number 10 was pushed back. He was the playmaker.
Yeah.
And that made a kind of crucial kind of difference. But so did the performance of the young guys. We've got Fred, we'll interview him later, but we've also got Fama and Noah. They did defensive duties very well as attacking today.
Yeah, they have been. I think they've been stepping up. I think this season, and Sambra as well, about throwing them in the mix as well. They've really been listening. Training. We've been getting really into them. If we can see the transition of some of them who were playing in their development, now they're coming into the first team. They're really listening, taking on board from Jack and from the senior players. They're really taking on what we're asking of them. And they know this is what we need for you. If you want to start every week, you've got to really live up to this standard. Play, because there's a lot of competition in every position for us. And that's what we want. A really strong squad, everyone competing, but it is a family. Whether players come on, sometimes don't come on, they really feel involved. We make sure they're part of it, and that's what we need going forward into the season. Okay,
Jack, a captain's talk at half time, but how did it feel to kind of concede early?
Yeah, do you know what? Coming here sort of gave me sort of terrible nightmares when we last came here and we were sort of really unprepared. We lost that one 5-1 in a similar sort of vein and sort of
5-0 I think it was.
Yeah, maybe 5-0. I'm just making up goals. But we did what we could in terms of the setup. I think that's sort of what I said at half time in terms of sometimes you come away and it's not the best preparation or whatever, but I think after they had their spell in the first 5-10 minutes, I think we just dealt with it really well. What can I say? It's obviously it's been touched on by Jeff in terms of the defensive qualities of our players going forwards, and I think that's what killed them today. They had players that could attack quite decently, even though I think they only had one shot. Going back, we exploited their spaces, and the way that we moved in transition was quite profound. And I think 2-1 flatters them, to be honest with you, in terms of the amount of chances that we created. But they were up there for a reason in terms of top of the league, and they gave us not a fright, but it's a difficult sort of game. So we don't know.
Fred.
Yes.
Two goals in 2 games now. Right?
Yeah.
Can you relive your goal?
Well, it came at a point where we started to attack really well. Obviously, they got to a good start. but then Fama started to attack really well down the right, and yeah, I was just in the box, bounced back to me nicely and just in. Yeah.
But there was a fluency to the movement. I mean, it went from defence, right, and transitioned so well, right, and it moved their players out of the way for you to score.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Fama and Musa both attacked really well from fullback today. So whenever I got the ball, I could see them making moves, and it was really easy for me to find them. And yeah, so that made it really easy to transition from back to front, I think. So yeah, we had some really nice moves today.
Are you still feeling your way into the side?
Yeah, for sure. Still feeling my way into it. But yeah, feeling more and more confident every game.
Yeah.
I enjoyed today before it came off, unfortunately.
Tell us, what does it feel like to play for Clapton CFC?
It feels great to play for Clapton CFC. Yeah, it's to have so many fans at this stand is so fun and great to play in. Really enjoy it.
Yeah. Jeff, we go again, don't we, Stu? Right, next week against North West London. It is North West London.
Yes, North West London at home.
North West London at home. Yes.
In the stadium, isn't it?
You know, again, while it's not a top of the table clash, right? But they always perform well at home. So what's the plan for us?
Well, we won't give it away this early, but as I said, we're 5 on the bounce. We're not really going to change much. You know, everyone sorts of know their jobs. It's, you know, the team talk's getting shorter and shorter every game. So, you know, we're getting into a routine now. What you want to build in terms of obviously a strong team is partnerships. Players kind of knowing week in, week out, this is what you do, strengths, weaknesses, and we try and play on them. And I think right now we're in such a rhythm. You know, we just want to keep it going and going.
Yeah. The familiarity between the kind of players has increased from, for example, the first game that we saw was a friendly. What has changed from that moment to now?
I think again we focus training on specific things. You know, every week we try to have a different topic and something we want to focus on. So kind of we analyse, you know, in the management group what we did today, kind of what we did well, and obviously what we could improve on, and then we kind of headline that into training, and then that comes in. And then when we do training, kind of like the last 45 minutes of every training, we try and work on partnership, which potentially will start again on Saturday. So they're kind of already working together, communicating, knowing where to go, where to be, and we just bring it out on Saturday.
Okay, Stu, you get the last word. Right? You know, got a message for the fans.
Yeah, I mean, it's brilliant to have them down here today, and even some of our longer trips we've seen them there. So thank you so much for that. And I love the fact that the players, even Fred, no, not even Fred, don't mean that way, but Fred. They all know each other now, so the fans know Fred knows the fans, and there's a great relationship there. I'm sadly not going to be there next week because I've got to work, but I'm sure it'll be a huge
minor fixture, is it?
Yeah, oh yeah, Joshua, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I think there'll be a great atmosphere, and the lads deserve to play in front of a nice big home crowd, and I'm sure they'll put in a performance that deserves and keep it going. But thank you to all the fans that come down again, and they go again next week.
What are we going to do?
Well, they're going to go again. I'm not. But yeah, sorry.
And just lastly, we just want to dedicate this win to one of our comrades who passed away quite recently. One of the ultras, the original ultras from the Clapton. So, for most of us, we met him, and he was regular from the start. So we want to dedicate this win to him. Praise with the family, friends and family.
Thank you. Well done, guys.